This is the Jason Walker Show. Two-time National Sports Media Association Montana Sportscaster of the Year and three-time loser, the Jason Walker Show. The best local and statewide sports coverage, featuring the biggest guests from Montana.
Flint Rasmussen joining us here on the Jason Walker Show.
He's freaking exhausting, too. You used to dance a lot more. Yeah, I know, lady. I'm 51 years old now.
The NAI Hall of Famer Mike Van Diest joining us here, Jason Walker Show. And is it just a deal where quarterbacks have to be good golfers?
Well, that's all they have time for. They don't work out. They don't lift weights. They don't do anything else. They might as well go get on the golf course and at least have some fun.
And from across the country,
Doug Gottlieb, our guest here on the Jason Walker Show.
End of the day, remember, it's your show. It's got your name on it.
Howie Mandel, our guest here.
Jason Walker, deal or no deal?
The Jason Walker Show, broadcasting from the Major Mortgage Man Cave. Here's Jason Walker.
Hey, what up? Happy Tuesday. Jason Walker Show, presented by Capital Collision Center. Montana state law says it is your vehicle, it is your choice where you have it repaired. Choose Capital Collision Center. Coming up today in the Major Mortgage Man Cave, we'll recap the weekend. We'll recap my predictions. It was not a great week for predictions for me this week. And also we have Kyle Mihelish we'll talk with, plus our Auto Concepts Performance of the Week, and a whole lot more coming up on a beautiful Tuesday in Montana. Of course, anytime you're in Montana, it's beautiful, right? You can watch on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. You can listen on Podbean, Network One Sports, TreasureStateRadio.com, and much more. Our Twitter handles at JWalkerSports. You can email Jason at JasonWalkerShow.com. You can weigh in 406-209-1267. All right. On this day in history, the walk-off is coming up as well. I think we got, okay, is that all the preview stuff? I think we did. All right, hope you had a good weekend. It was a long weekend. Got a little bit of golf in. Hung out mostly, though, with the family, which was nice. Got the yard mowed, just basic general stuff. So it was fun. It was a good weekend. And hope you had a good weekend as well. Cats lose, Grizz win, season openers. Grizz, now look, it's a big win for the University of Montana. I'm not going to, deny that. Get the win, 13-7 at FBS rank number 20, Washington. Congratulations. That's awesome. Bobby Houck said afterwards, make no mistake, this is, App State over Michigan. I think that was back in, 06 or something. Look, it's nowhere close to that. I mean, Michigan was ranked 5th in the country then. Washington ranked 20th. App State was a very, very good, that was in the middle of their run, FCS run, very good football team. And look, it's a nice win for the Grizz. You got $675,000 in a game nobody thought you would win except you. And congratulations. But it's nowhere near App State over Michigan. It's a big win for the program, though. Good job. Just don't blow it this week at home against Western Illinois. Because you got to follow up a big win with another big win. So the pressure's on, Bobby. But a great game from, Marcus Wellnell of Capital, Brian Bashini, both Frontier Big Sky Players of the Week, Erk Hotels Players of the Week. And it was nice. Cats came close, losing 19-16 at Wyoming, coming away with $425,000 for the loss in a game that they felt they should have won. And, coulda, woulda, shoulda. But they're 0-1, and they get Drake at home this weekend for Gold Rush Saturday night. By the way, Saturday during the Grizz game on SWX, and also during the Cat game, also on SWX, and on the Jason Walker Show, we will make the announcement of the 2022 Montana Football Hall of Fame inductees. So that's coming up on Saturday, both here on this show and also SWX Television with Chris Byers. It's going to be fun. Let's get to our awards from the Big Sky and the Frontier. We do know that there were winners of awards. We'll start with the Erk Hotels Frontier Conference Football and Volleyball Players of the Week. Volleyball, Jenna Thorne of Providence, Ayla Embry of Rocky, and Sydney Finberg Roberts of Providence as well. So that's your players of the week in volleyball for the Frontier. On the football side of things, Kai Quinn, Eastern Oregon, he's pretty good. He had 4 touchdowns passing in the win over Western. Defensive Player of the Week is Rockies' Ethan Hurst in a big win at College of Idaho. And Special Teams Player of the Week, Jaden Machuca of Eastern Oregon. So there you go. Big Sky honorees. We mentioned the Brian Buschini and also Marcus Wellnell. Eric Berrier of Eastern Washington and UC Davis's Hunter Rodriguez, co-offensive players of the week. Wellnell, defensive player of the week, and then Isaiah Gomez of Davis and Buschini of the Grizz, co-special teams players of the week. So congratulations to all of those winners. That's cool. We'll talk to Kaylee Chartier coming up in a little bit. Want to mention one more football note. Alex Singleton, former Bobcat, and was a stud up in the CFL and is hooked on with the Philadelphia Eagles, is now a captain for the Philadelphia Eagles. That's really, really cool. And congratulations to Alex on that big honor. All right, let's get to our Montana Rodeo Roundup. It is brought to you by Mark Laro Photography. If you are looking to get engagement photos, or if you are looking to get family portraits or senior portraits or just landscape photos, marklarophotography.com. All right, let's check out what happened in the final weekend of the Northern Rodeo Association at Helmville. Ty Owens of Helena won the bareback. Andrew Evgene of Two Dot took the saddle bronc. Peyton Fitzpatrick of Polson the bull riding. Steer wrestling went to Gregory Ferris of Helena. That's a 1-4 finish. Logan Beatty was second. Timmy Sparing third. Colby Bignell fourth. Hardin's Trevin Bauman won the tie down. Ian Ostagai and Sam Levine won the team roping. Gayleen Malone won barrels, and Tracy Bullich won the breakaway. And over at Hamilton, George Gillespie of Darby got the win over in the bareback. Saddle bronc went to Kane Stroh. Caden Fitzpatrick won the bull riding. Colby Bignell steer wrestling. Tie down Caleb Berquist. Dustin Dadisman and Josh Harrison won the team roping. Tammy Jo Carpenter the barrels, and Peyton Levine the breakaway. The Northern Rodeo finals are off, or Northern Rodeo Association is off until the finals the end of October. Your year-end leaders in bareback, Bryce Patterson. In steer wrestling, Logan Beatty. In breakaway, Sealy Salmond. In tie-down, Jay Billingsley. Saddle bronc, Andrew Evgene. Team roping header, Ian Ostagai. Sam Levine, the healer. Barrels, Alexis McDonald. And bull riding, Win Wells won the most. So there you go. Let's see. Northern Rodeo is said off until the end of October. The PRCA was at White Sulphur Springs over the Labor Day weekend. Will Lowe won the bareback. Tristan Martin the steers. Wheaton Williams and Zach Schwagert team roping. Logan Hay saddle bronc. Tie down went to Chance Affadal. And barrels, Lisa Lockhart, Connor Murnion as well, known as Connor Murnion, won the bull riding. In Dillon, Montana's biggest weekend, Zachariah Phillips won the bareback. Caden Camp steers. Quinn Kessler and Caleb Hendricks took team roping. Tanner Butner the saddles. Cody Darnell the tie down. Brittany Barnett barrels, and Preston Lewis the bulls. And at Plains, Tristan Hansen won the bareback. Timmy Sparing the steers. Grady Quam, Team McLeod, team roping. J.C. DeSavior took the saddle bronc. Haven Medjed and Quade Hyatt split first and second. And tie down, Katie Halbert the barrels. And Roscoe Jarbo won bull riding. The Montana PRCA is off until October at the Nile in Billings. So there you go. That is your Montana Rodeo Roundup. It is presented by Mark Laro Photography. If you are looking for great photos, get a hold of Mark at marklarophotography.com. We'll take a break. We'll come back, and when we return, we are going to chat with our Auto Concepts Performance of the Week winner in studio. We'll also have Kyle Mihelish coming up from Capital, and we'll tell you where we went right and where we went wrong in predictions coming up next. Jason Walker Show presented by Capital Collision Center.
New vehicles keep coming, and Capital Collision Center keeps earning certifications to repair them. They're Helena's newest GM-certified facility. No matter the make or year, they repair your car to manufacturer's standards and requirements, maintaining its safety and value. Montana state law says it's your vehicle and it's your choice where you have it repaired. Choose Capital Collision Center, certified in GM, Subaru, and Nissan, and Helena's only shop certified in Honda, Acura, and Ford. When you value safety, go to Capital Collision Center on Euclid.
Have you thought about buying a home and just don't know where to begin? Well, when it comes to one of the most important purchases one can make, we understand it can be frustrating and confusing, but it doesn't have to be. Let the Major Mortgage team help you with all your mortgage needs. Major Mortgage means major service, and we would love the opportunity to help you today. Give J.R. McFadden, NMLS number 1246357, a call today at 406-465-1918, or you can visit him at 2001 11th Avenue, Building A, Suite 3 in Helena. Major Mortgage is a division of AMCAP Mortgage, NMLS number 129122, equal housing lender. Do you love to look at photos of Montana, from animals to landscapes and more? Are you looking for a place to get your senior pictures or family portraits done? Are you a business owner looking to upgrade the decor in your offices? Well, look no further than Mark Laro Photography. Mark has been shooting beautiful photos all across the Treasure State, from rodeos to portraits, and would love to work with you. Visit marklarophotography.com to see many masterpieces of his work, then give him a call to schedule your own photo shoot. Or to purchase one of his fantastic pieces, stop by Spirit of the Big Sky Gallery on Custer in Helena. marklarophotography.com. Yes, it's true that Montana is a long way from the Gulf Coast, but you can bring that Cajun flavor home with a stop at Cafe Zydeco. From po' boys to classic sandwiches, Cafe Zydeco has all the best Cajun in town. Are you in the mood for seafood gumbo or crawfish etouffee? Maybe you're craving jambalaya with some shrimp and grits. Head in for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or call ahead for pickup or delivery. Cafe Zydeco will fix all your southern cravings, even on a chilly Montana day. Cafe Zydeco is a proud sponsor of The Jason Walker Show.
Who doesn't love being number one? When your team's dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number one, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number one is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
Call State Farm agent Mike Miller in Helena today.
Store-wide savings are what you'll find when you shop for new home furnishings at Rucker's Furniture. This means tremendous values on Helena's largest in-stock selection of home furnishings. When you shop Rucker's, you'll find store-wide savings on the furniture you want for every room in your home. And you'll also find our selection of Serta iComfort, the most comfortable beds in Helena. 12-month financing is available with approved credit on most purchases over $289. Ask for details. You'll find store-wide savings at Rucker's Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena.
Welcome back to the Jason Walker Show.
Welcome back on a Tuesday. Jason Walker Show, presented by Capital Collision Center. This segment is brought to you by Rucker's Furniture. Make the quality choice for your home at Rucker's Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena. Still to Kevin, the Major Mortgage Man Cave. We're going to chat with Kyle Mihelish, Capital High football coach. Bruins' tough loss over the weekend. On the road at West. They'll be back home, taking on Flathead this weekend. Speaking of, we'll talk to Flathead coach Alex Cummings on Thursday. Get his thoughts. 0-2 in his first year. But on this day in history and much more still to come, but it is time now to welcome in our Auto Concepts Performance of the Week winner. We're just skipping right past the nominees, although there were some great ones. But we're skipping right past the nominees and going right to our winner. Her name is Kaylee Chartier, and she joins us now here on the Jason Walker Show. Congratulations. You, Miss Kaylee, are the 2021 National Silver Golden Gloves champ. Is that correct?
Silver gloves.
Silver gloves, not golden gloves. Silver gloves. Yeah, silver golden gloves. What does that make sense? That doesn't make sense at all. So, congratulations. You just got back from Kansas City. That's awesome. So congratulations.
Thank you.
Take me through the week because you didn't actually even have to fight.
Yeah. Well, we got there. I weighed in. Turns out there was no one in my weight class who ended up weighing in. So while I was there, I wasn't just goofing around. I took advantage of that time, and while I watched the fights, I was networking. I trained with multiple other coaches from like different regions and stuff, so I could learn new things. It's
super cool. Remember when we talked a couple weeks ago before you flew out? I said make sure you make weight, and it's a good thing you did because that got you the championship. How tough was that though? Not being able to fight.
It was kind of tough. Like I wish I would have won the belt by fighting.
Right.
But at the same time, I did network. If I fought, I wouldn't have been able to learn new things with other coaches. So there's a good thing about me not being able to fight, but there's a bad thing about me not being able to fight.
Well, I mean, I think you did great, and I mean, let's you're a state champ, you're the regional champ, and now you're the national champ by default, but you still probably would have won anyway, right?
Yeah. Just kidding.
Hey, I have total faith in you, and you're sitting in person now, so I'm even more scared. But what was it like down there? What was the atmosphere like?
It's pretty intense. A lot of the region coaches, they were like really competitive. Like Region 2, for example, they're pretty competitive.
Would you have gotten a chance to, if you had wanted to spar with other region in your weight class, or just spar in general?
I think if they were doing match bouts, which is sparring, I probably would have sparred someone in my region.
Okay.
I'm not too sure about how many other girls were in the other regions, and a lot of them were not my age.
Gotcha. But there is a positive because next year, when it happens in February, I guess you'll be 13, and there's a lot of girls in your weight class there.
Yeah, I turned 13 in a month, and then there's a lot more people in my weight class, in my age bracket, actually,
right.
when I turned 13.
That makes even more sense. Kaylee Chartier, our guest here, the National Silver Gloves champion for 2021. Is this your first national title? Second?
Second.
Okay. That's awesome, though.
Thank you.
But what was Kansas City like? Because I've been there a bunch. I love Kansas City. I love the food in Kansas City.
It was humid and scary. There were some bugs that I've never seen in my life before.
Bugs?
I didn't know prayanthuses could fly, and it attacked me. It was scary. And there was locusts, and I thought they were flies, and I was like, those are some pretty big flies, and they were not flies.
That is awesome.
It's humid there.
It is humid. I have not been there in August or September when you were, but it's usually March. But you got to eat some great food, I'm sure, though, right?
Didn't eat too much, but the food I did have was great. But another fun thing about Kansas City is their scooters. My mom almost died on them, but it was okay.
Jeez. Careful, Mom. Mom is here with us, and she's sitting on the floor here in the Major Mortgage Man Cave. We would love to have a couch, but we don't. I got your one belt behind me. Can we see the new belt that you got? So what's the belt behind me?
I won that at... Hang on, I forgot.
You've got so many, so it's fine. Okay, so show me this belt.
This belt is the one
And this is the new one. Yeah, hold it up a little bit so we can get it on camera.
I'm pretty sure I won that one in Billings. The one behind you.
That is the National Silver Gloves Champion belt. And it's heavy.
I had to carry it to the airport. It was not fun. And actually, the one behind you, I actually won in Oregon.
Oh, in Oregon. Okay. So how many belts do you have?
7.
So one for almost of every age you are. Yeah. That's awesome because you're 12. So Kaylee Chartier, our guest here in the Major Mortgage Man Cave on the Jason Walker Show. Did you get to watch any of the other fights, though? And I mean, we'll go back to the sparring here in a second or the networking, but what was it like watching the other fights and the other fighters? What were you able to learn by just watching?
Well, that's another part of networking. I was watching and I realized that some things I should do, like uppercuts, I realized how useful those are, because in the second day of fighting, someone actually got knocked out by an uppercut, and I was like, wow, I should probably start using those more. So I just learned things I should probably use more in the ring.
Gotcha.
Footwork and stuff like that. So.
Well, it's a never-ending thing, right? Footwork and handwork and moving and all of that. So the networking, though, you were able to work with other coaches. How cool was that?
It was pretty cool. So some of them kind of scared me.
Why?
They were kind of intense.
The intensity going back? Yeah. But what were you able to learn from them? Same thing?
Well, I learned new ways to throw punches and stuff that helps me improve my footwork. So.
Okay. Are you good at jumping rope?
Yes and no. Depends on the day, but normally, yeah.
Okay. Do you prefer the bag or the hanging beady thing?
Double end bag or
the fist bags. You know what I'm talking about.
I haven't I think I prefer the bag.
Okay.
Because those ones are kind of hard.
I saw a video a couple weeks ago. I got to find this and I'll send this to your mom. But it was like the trick. Like it's actually really easy once you.
Yeah, I've done it a couple times, but I always lose my rhythm. I'm like, oh, it's also hard to get it started.
Yeah, but it was once you get it started, it's pretty easy just to keep up with it after that. It was. I'll have to try to find the video. It was really cool. Kaylee Chartier joining us here in the Major Mortgage Man Cave. You got to miss school though, the first week, right?
The first 2 days, yeah.
Now you're back.
Yeah, I'm being bombarded.
Oh, by friends.
And stuff that I missed. It's gone.
They didn't send you any pre-stuff? You didn't get to do homework on the road?
They gave me it all today.
Okay.
And that's only for my first 3 classes. Because we're only going to 3 classes this week.
Okay.
Because I don't even know why, to be honest. But
well,
so
who knows?
We went to periods 1, 3, and 5.
Gotcha.
So when I go to my actual other periods, I'm probably going to get so much more homework. And I'm I'm not ready.
You'll be fine. You're a straight A student.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're being totally fine. Kaylee Chartier joining us, Mike Miller, State Farm Hotline. All right, so what's next for you fight-wise?
I think we're not too sure yet, but there's this coach in Oregon or Boise. I think it's both. They're talking about throwing all female competitions, but that we don't know that for sure. But I do know for sure that Silver Gloves is going to be starting up again now that it's back on track.
Gotcha. Because this was supposed to be in February?
Yeah. This
year. So next year we go state in December, regionals in January, and then nationals in February. Correct? Okay. And you turn 13 next month?
Yeah, October.
What day?
4th.
That's. I think I asked you that before. My mom's the 27th. Kaylee Chartier, our guest here. Jason Walker Show. So going back to Kansas City, and did you have friends in boxing that were there, or are you kind of?
I made a friend there.
Okay.
She's from Arizona, and then I have some people I know. We're friends, but we're not too close. It's just we meet up whenever we find each other at a fight. Her name's JoJo, and the other one's... Her name's Tricky.
Her name is Tricky?
Yeah, the other one's name is Tricky.
No, that's not a real name. That's not a real name, right? Okay. Kaylee Chartier. Your last name's Tricky, but I've gotten it down, I think. Joining us. She is the National Silver Gloves champ from Helena. Second time she's won nationals. This is awesome. Your shoes are hanging up right off to your left shoulder there, which are pretty cool. Thank you for those, and they've got your belt. This is just so cool because the sky's the limit for you, and there's more and more women getting into boxing. Right? There's more and more girls getting into boxing, and you're kind of a trendsetter. Do you feel like that? At least in the state, maybe the region.
Kinda, but kinda not. I don't know.
No.
I don't know. I feel like I am a little bit though.
I think you are. I think you're kind of a trendsetter because you're like a stud, so it works. Yeah. What would you say? How do you get more girls involved? Do you go to school and be like, "Hey, you should box"?
Kind of I'll be like, there's I'm friends with some people and they don't know what to do because they don't like dancing, and I'm like, well, you could always try boxing. And some of them I cannot talk, sorry.
You're nervous, it's fine.
Some of them have like looked into it, and they started boxing with H-Town. Actually, they're not in it anymore, but I know some of my friends that have went and tried out boxing. So.
Gotcha. Do you have friends over to the house and just have sparring matches all the time?
I wish.
Mom's not going to set up a ring in the backyard?
No, we got dogs.
Well, you could. Yeah, you don't want to hit dogs.
I mean, I have sparring matches with my dogs, but like my dog's the one beating me up. I don't have a say in the matter.
You know, it's funny because you're tough. You are a 2-time national champ in silver gloves, and yet you're afraid of Chihuahuas. We found this out today.
They're scary. I feel like if a Chihuahua wanted to take down a lion, it would happen.
I won't disagree with that. Because we have 2 here and a Wiener Chihuahua mix. So okay, how many? You don't have anything scheduled in the next like upcoming for sure fights, or do we?
Not that I know of. No.
Okay, you just have to keep training.
Yeah. Yep. Because I definitely know silver gloves are coming up again because now it's back on track. But
Yep.
There's no.
So are you going to have any fights before state?
There's a possibility of a couple in November that we've been, one in North Dakota and possibly one in Arizona.
Okay.
That she's been invited to. The North Dakota one is the all-female show.
Okay.
And then Spokane is also talking about trying to get a card together. So
okay.
That's my job. That's where I do the networking and start reaching out to people and seeing when the fights are.
Yep. That's Mom over there in the corner. We appreciate that. But you're just, I mean, you got to keep training. So how many days a week do you train, and how long?
What do you mean by? Oh, okay, just kidding. Well, right now, sorry. Right now, I'm taking a break for the rest of this week, and then I'll get back onto it. Like, I train all week except for the weekend, and I take Tuesdays off.
Okay.
And I train from 5:30 to 7.
Okay. And that involves like cardio and weights and all of that? And then how much time do you spend in the ring?
The last 30 minutes of practice, I believe.
Gotcha.
If we're not doing that, we're doing abs.
Hey, abs are important because that's people hit you there. Yeah. I think I asked you this last time. What's your favorite punch? Is it a jab? Well, you said you just got into uppercuts now, so.
I think I changed my favorite punch since I did pads. I think it's the jab and the right hook.
The jab. How many jabs and then how many before you hook him? It just depends.
Yeah.
If it's going well, you're just like, I'm just going to keep jabbing you to death.
If I see an opening, I might not always make it, but I'll still take it.
Hey, you can just throw your punches and hope for the best, right? And man, I'm intimidated sitting across from you. I mean, you're super cool. You're a sweetheart. But you're a 2-time national champ in boxing. Mom doesn't have to worry about boys, I guess.
I'm in charge.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay, so when you go back to school, though, do people know and they're like congratulating you and stuff? I mean, that's pretty sweet.
I don't know how all of them know, but they know somehow.
Well,
all my teachers know.
Jason Walker's show is a pretty big deal.
Yeah.
We get the word out. That's super cool. I'm so happy for you and appreciate you coming in. Don't be a stranger. Keep us on your radar, okay? Don't forget us little people when you go super big.
You little people are going to become rich with me.
Oh, I like that. I'll be your own personal media person. Mom can be manager. I'll just handle media for you.
Yeah.
Does that work?
Yeah.
I like this. Her name is Kaylee Chartier. Hold that belt up again, please. No, not on me, on you. There we go. I had the wrong camera. Man, that is so cool. So cool. I wonder if I can take a snapshot of that. Let's see. I've never done this before, so boom. I don't know if that worked. Oh, maybe it did. I think it did. Cool. I think I know how to do this now. Congratulations. I'm so happy for you. And stay in touch. And if you get a fight between now and December, Mom, let us know.
I will.
All right? Good luck. Kick butt in school, get your homework done.
Yeah, that's my first priority as soon as I come home.
There you go. And we will talk with you next time.
All right.
All right. That is Kaylee Chartier joining us. Jason Walker Show on the Mike Miller State Farm Hotline. And seriously, a 2-time national Silver Gloves champ. It's so cool. And we're super proud to help be a sponsor of this young one as she follows her dream. And she's got some great sponsors as well. So outside of the show, but can't do it without the sponsorship. So if you'd like to help out, get a hold of us, and we'll put you in touch with the right people. So, hey, thank you for coming in. We'll take a break. We're going to talk football. Kyle Mihelish when we return. Also, we'll recap our predictions and on this day in history, the walk-off, and much more still to come. This segment brought to you by Rucker's Furniture. Make the quality choice for your home at Rucker's Furniture. 1010 Dearborn, Helena. Kyle Mihelish when we return.
Store-wide savings are what you'll find when you shop for new home furnishings at Rucker's Furniture. This means tremendous values on Helena's largest in-stock selection of home furnishings. When you shop Rucker's, you'll find store-wide savings on the furniture you want for every room in your home. And you'll also find our selection of Serta iComfort, the most comfortable beds in Helena. 12-month financing is available with approved credit on most purchases over $289. Ask for details. You'll find store-wide savings at Rucker's Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena.
Who doesn't love being number one? When your team's dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number one, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number one is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
Call State Farm agent Mike Miller in Helena today.
New vehicles keep coming, and Capital Collision Center keeps earning certifications to repair them. They're Helena's newest GM-certified facility. No matter the make or year, they repair your car to manufacturer's standards and requirements, maintaining its safety and value. Montana state law says it's your vehicle and it's your choice where you have it repaired. Choose Capital Collision Center, certified in GM, Subaru, and Nissan, and Helena's only shop certified in Honda, Acura, and Ford. When you value safety, go to Capital Collision Center on Euclid.
Do you love to look at photos of Montana, from animals to landscapes and more? Are you looking for a place to get your senior pictures or family portraits done? Are you a business owner looking to upgrade the decor in your offices? Well, look no further than Mark Laro Photography. Mark has been shooting beautiful photos all across the Treasure State, from rodeos to portraits, and would love to work with you. Visit marklarophotography.com to see many masterpieces of his work, then give him a call to schedule your own photo shoot. Or to purchase one of his fantastic pieces, stop by Spirit of the Big Sky Gallery on Custer in Helena. marklarophotography.com. Have you thought about buying a home and just don't know where to begin? Well, when it comes to one of the most important purchases one can make, we understand it can be frustrating and confusing, but it doesn't have to be. Let the Major Mortgage team help you with all your mortgage needs. Major Mortgage means major service, and we would love the opportunity to help you today. Give J.R. McFadden, NMLS number 1246357, a call today at 406-465-1918, or you can visit him at 2001 11th Avenue, Building A, Suite 3 in Helena. Major Mortgage is a division of AMCAP Mortgage, NMLS number 129122, equal housing lender. You're looking live at the 2022 class of the Montana Football Hall of Fame. That is a signature introduction used by Hall of Fame sportscaster Brent Musburger. Our 2022 class will be announced September 11th during the SWX TV broadcast of Bobcat and Grizzly football games, along with the Jason Walker Show. Past inductees include Dave Dickinson, Brian Salonen, and Jan Stenerud. Make your plans now to be in Billings next June to hear from our 2022 inductees. Please go to mtfootballhof.com.
Welcome back, Jason Walker Show. Final segment on a Tuesday. It was awesome talking to Kaylee Chartier, National Silver Gloves champion. Twice now. That's so cool. So cool. And that belt was so heavy. Oh, man. Looked good, though. Congratulations to her. She works her tail off, and Man. Coming up tomorrow, we'll talk to Helena High coach Scott Evans. Flathead coach Alex Cummings will join us on Thursday. And just got some breaking news that Sentinel Hellgate, scheduled for this Friday, is off and will be ruled a no contest because there is a COVID-19 protocol until September 13th at Hellgate High. So, no Sentinel Hellgate Crosstown in the Garden City this week. Crazy. Bummer. Saw this too. Gonzaga men's basketball coach Mark Few was cited for DUI Monday night in Coeur d'Alene. Apparently he blew a .119. So we'll see what the punishment is going to be for Mark Few when the season turns around. Cited for DUI. All right, let's see here. We got our predictions recap coming up. By the way, Auto Concepts Performance of the Week, Kaylee Chartier for winning the Silver Gloves champ. Now, look, there was a lot of great things that happened over the weekend, but if you're a national champ, you have an inside track winning that award. And Auto Concepts has the inside track to making your rig, car, whatever it is, sound better, look better, just feel better as you head up the mountain or into the woods or wherever you're going. Even if it's just to work. A new stereo system, great stereo systems that they have. You need a grill guard, done. You need a lift kit, done. You need a tonneau cover, bed rug, done. Auto Concepts in Helena, the auto enhancement professionals. There was a loss on Friday night that was not a good one for the Capital Bruins, and here to talk about that, how they are going to regroup and look ahead to Flathead on Friday night is the head coach, Kyle Mihelish, and he joins us now here on the Mike Miller State Farm Hotline.
All right, Coach. Long weekend and lots of extra chances, I guess, to get better. But takeaways from Friday night's loss.
Well, one thing I know defensively, our kids fought hard. I mean, they battled the whole game. So I was impressed with their effort. We probably go into the halftime 0-0. They convert a 4th and 11 on about the 30-yard line. They throw a little skinny post to Taco Dowler and gets inside our safety and go up 7-0 at half. And I thought it would be great to go. You're thinking as the second half winding down that, maybe we can go 0-0, get a few adjustments made, and it's a different ball game. But we gave up a big one there, and then continued to fight in the second half, and then just kind of the wheels fell off the bus and hold them to 2 field goals there, and 13-0. We should have scored. Offensively, we get down to about 10, 15. Then we come back and get a big sack in the next play. So now we're 2nd and 20. 10-7 would have looked good in that third quarter. Obviously, it didn't.
How good is Taco Dowler?
Real deal. I mean, you think about the kid. It feels like he's been going to high school for 5 or 6 years.
Right. Yeah,
he gets
he's
a lot
good.
of kick return. He's obviously the corner. He's receiver. They move him all over the formation to create mismatches, and so you really can't. You can double him, but when he's in a formation, that's a little more difficult. When he's number one receiver on the outside, we were able to double him. But no, he's as good as a high school football player I've ever coached against.
That says a lot because you've coached against some great ones over the years. Kyle Mihelish joining us, Capital High football coach. Offensively, you didn't score, but what were the positives to take away?
Well,
or were there, I guess?
What's that?
Were there positives on the offensive side?
Yeah, there were positives. I mean, we had some good it's just we're going to do some things this week to make sure everybody's on the same page. We're going to kind of slow it down for the offense. We're not going to signal things in. I guess the positive is we've discovered that we need to change our procedures and go about it a more efficient way offensively, so the kids can understand and everybody's going to be on the same page, and everybody's hearing the same call. The quarterback may be interpreting one call, and we want him to have a different call, and then he's given the huddle or the line, if we're in hurry up, a call that doesn't need to be made. But we got all that ironed out, and it's going to be better this week.
Kyle Mihelish joining us on the Mike Miller State Farm Hotline. Looking ahead to Flathead, they're 0-2, but Coach Alex Cummings. He's a good dude. He's got to put his stamp on it. In 2 games, you can't really tell a lot about a team, can you?
No, not really. I mean, they've had some personnel issues. I know they had a couple injuries. They're playing with a lot of young kids, a lot of sophomores. So I know that sophomore class had a lot of success their freshman year. So he's kind of counting on those. I mean, they're obviously inexperienced and young, but I mean, he has some athleticism. They have some athletes. I mean, they're big up front. They have their quarterback's a junior. He slings the ball well. And, just week in, you could tell from week 1 to week 2, they did get a lot better. But it's a game we need to take care of. I told our kids that, if we're a good football team, we need to take care of the games that we should hopefully be able to win. And so we got to come out with the right mindset. We got to be able to. We played 2 really competitive teams, and it's not gonna change this weekend. Coach Cummings does do a great job.
Kyle Mihelish, our guest here, Jason Walker Show. With the Braves, this is a team that you've seen a lot, and they've gone through a lot, like you said, but now it's for real, though. I mean, now these games really mean something because conference play starts. Both teams are going to have that mindset. Is this a scary game for you as a coach?
Well, they all are. I say it every week that every week in the AA is a grinder. You never know what's going to happen. You sometimes don't know 16, 17, 18-year-old kids which ones are going to show up. But, like I said, every game's big. Every game is scary. But it's our kids will be focused and ready to go. I mean, we understand the urgency of the situation here now. I mean, we got 7 games here that count and matter, and the first one starts with Kalispell.
Kyle Mihelish, our guest on the Mike Miller State Farm Hotline. Speaking of Bruins, let's talk about a couple of former ones that had some really good games on Saturday over there in Seattle, starting with Mark as well now. Wow.
Yeah, Marcus played a great game. I was able to just communicate with him after the game, congratulated him. I mean, he made us proud, and that's what I texted him on Saturday night. He had, 12 tackles and had the big interception there at the end. And I don't know what his assists and everything else was, but the Grizzlies certainly didn't look out of place in Washington Stadium there.
No,
and I know Buccini did a great job, and he was Big Sky Conference Player of the Week as far as special teams is concerned, and I think Marcus was Defensive Player of the Week. Buccini did a great job as far as field position and shifting the field for the Grizzly defense as far as getting those punts, and that's big. I know when Buccini kicked for us, he was a talent, and he did a good job for us, and obviously doing a great job for Coach Houck and the Grizzlies.
I mean, when you think, when you go back to when you were coaching Marcus Wellnell, did you expect him to have the career he's had in Missoula so far?
Oh, yeah. We as coaches knew Marcus was going to have a great career in Missoula. You just know because he's a worker. He's a hard worker in the classroom. He's a hard worker in the weight room. Very intelligent. He understands the game of football. There was never any problem with Marcus understanding anything schematically or what we wanted to accomplish. He was a great leader. Still is obviously a great leader. I know he's probably the kind of the figurehead of the defense there with some of those other guys. But no, there's no surprise that Marcus is having success in Missoula.
It's a pretty cool deal. I picked the game wrong. I didn't, I obviously picked Washington, but I think a lot of people did. But man, couple of Bruins really showing up in that game, and it's cool to see. And then of course you got Jace Lewis from Townsend. There's a great, talent or a plethora of local talent over on that roster and down in Bozeman too. It's nice to see.
No, it is. It's nice to see that the hometown kids in the surrounding area have success. I mean, they're just not on the team. I mean, they're big contributors, and it's nice to see your kids have success. And it's funny, you always keep track of all of them, and you always, send them messages or whatever it may be. And, we were down in, just speaking of former players, we were down in Billings, and one of the first guys that comes up and gives me a hug is Brad Daley. He and his wife were down there, and they got a babysitter for the night, and he wanted to come watch the Bruins. I mean, he was an All-American at Montana State and Buck Buchanan Award winner, and I was lucky enough to go to Philadelphia with he and the family and go to that ceremony and hang out with all of our good friends like Jerry Rice, and that just brought back a lot of memories, seeing some former players there, or seeing Brad there last Friday. So it's good to see our guys grow up and become men.
That's one of the cool things too about you coach in high school and you get to know these high school kids. They go on to become men, like you said, and whatever success they have and whatever, where it is, but you look at a guy like Alex Singleton, who's not from Montana, but played for the Cats, and now he's a captain for the Eagles. Who'd have thunk that, I mean, that's something that Marcus, a guy like Marcus Wellnell can look at down the road and go, look, I can be a captain for an NFL team down the road too here.
Sure. I'm probably at the end of the day, Marcus will get a shot somewhere, and it'll be interesting to see what happens in his future.
Well, your future includes Flathead and 4 nights. So get it done, get a win. We'll talk next week. Thanks for joining us, and good luck to the Bruins on Friday night.
All right, good. Thank you, Jason. Appreciate it.
That is Kyle Mihelish joining us on the Mike Miller State Farm Hotline, the head coach of the Capital Bruins, 1-1 on the year, but the real season starts now because it's conference season. So there you go. Tomorrow we'll talk to Helena High coach Scott Evans, and Thursday Alex Cummings will join us, Flathead coach. So pretty cool there. Let's see. All right, let's recap our predictions before we get to On This Day in History. So I picked Capital at West. I picked the West to win 17-13. I thought it was going to be a close game. It was 28-0 in favor of West. Senior at Helena High got the right pick, picked the Bengals. I picked a 27-7 win. It was 28-14. Picked Anaconda at Townsend, and I picked Townsend to win 35-8, and the Bulldogs won 42-0 and jumped up in the polls. We'll tell you why here in a second. Whitehall at Jefferson, I picked the Trojans 42-24. Jefferson, huge win for the Panthers, 35-14. Webo at Denton Geyser, Stanford Grass Range win it, and picked a 45-35 win for the 5-team co-op. I got the winner right, the actual score that was 48-0. I don't think Webo has scored this year. And Webo was so good for so long. Bobcats at Wyoming, missed that one. 1916, the Cowboys get the win. The Grizz at Washington, picked that one wrong, as the Grizzlies win 13-7. Congrats. But still, Bobby, it's not anywhere close to App State over Michigan. And nowhere close. Huskies were a top 20 team, ranked 20th. Michigan was ranked 5th when they lost to App State, and App State was a better football team than the Grizz. Let's see here. Montana Western at Eastern Oregon. I got the score wrong, but I got the winner right. Mounties got the win, 35-24. Rocky at the College of Idaho. I had the College of Idaho winning, and I was wrong. Rocky gets the win on the road. So it looks like Chris Stutzream's team is better than it was in the spring when they went 1-6. And then Tech at Carroll I got wrong as well. I picked Tech, and Carroll won 31-17 thanks to a big game, well, by a few people, but a very nice game for a kid. I can't remember his name right now. Oh, my goodness. Duncan Kraft, that's who it was. 3 touchdowns. So, and then we'll pick more games this week. Cats and Grizz both at home this Saturday night. Cats Gold Rush game, 6 o'clock kickoff, and the Grizz will be home earlier in the afternoon as they take on Western Illinois. Let's see. What else? What did that just say? Oh, here we go. Trash talk has started already over there in Missoula. Yeah, it's trash talk has started for Cat Grizz. So, good stuff. Oh man, gotta love it. It's one of the best rivalries. As long as the people involved are good about it, not jackasses. And each side has its own. There's no question about that. So back to predictions. I went 5-5, which now moves us to 12 and where are we? 7-3. So 12-8 on the season now. 12-8 on the season. We'll have more predictions Thursday. Let's see here. And then not next week. Yeah, I think, well, not next Monday we won't be in. But then every week after that we'll have predictions, I think, on Fridays for the most part. If not, we'll do them on Thursdays. We'll just do predictions. All right, let's do On This Day in History. It is September the 7th. It is National Beer Lovers Day. It is Neither Snow Nor Rain Day, Grand Mimosas Day, Acorn Squash Day, Salami Day, Grateful Patient Day, and National Another Look Unlimited Day. On this date in 1880, Geo Legowski patented a device to throw clay pigeons for trap shooters. You ever been trap shooting? That's fun. Shooting at the clays. Good time. 1923, Boston Red Sox pitcher Howard Emke with a no-hitter. 1953, at the U.S. Open Tennis, Maureen Connolly becomes the first female to achieve a Grand Slam as she wins in an All-American final. 1979, the Entertainment and Sports Programming Network made its debut on this date. ESPN. It's funny, I got fired at a TV station in Great Falls back in 2004 because they said I was too entertaining for sports. I was a sports director. They said I was too entertaining. I'm like, you do realize what ESPN stands for, right? And they didn't. On this date in 2003, Andy Roddick wins his only career Grand Slam title at the U.S. Open in New York. Happy birthday is today, Paul Brown, the Hall of Fame football coach, born on this date in 1908. 1923, Louise Suggs was born. Co-founder of the LPGA, won 11 majors, was born in Atlanta. In 1936, Buddy Holly was born, also known as Charles. That'll be the day, maybe baby, born in Lubbock, Texas. And of course, he died in 1959. But that is what happened on this date in history on September the 7th. Let's see, let's do this.
We're almost at the end of the show. What did we learn? And what did he miss? Time for the walk-off.
The walk-off is presented by Cafe Zydeco, where the Big Easy meets the Big Sky. Get in tonight for dinner, or rather tomorrow, or do it tonight too. Open till 8. Tonight through Friday, Saturday, open 9 to 3. You can get your beignets, you can get your shrimp, you can get your crawfish, you can get your po' boys, you can get anything you can think of that's Cajun at Cafe Zydeco in Helena. Also, Billings and Bozeman. Billings and Bozeman, Helena. Missed one on this date in 1876, Frank James, and I bring up the James gang because we're related to him, my family is. Like 8th cousins I am to Jesse and Frank. But Frank and his gang involved in a disastrous raid. This was kind of the end of the James and Younger gang. Northfield, Minnesota, there was a death, and things went wrong. They shot a guard, and then both parties suffered deaths, and also the multiple gang members were arrested, including Cole, Bob, and Jim Younger. Frank and Jesse got away, the James. There you go. I saw this. People are going to be excited. Don't lose your minds. Don't do anything stupid. But they are now allowing beer and wine sales, both Bobcat Stadium and Washington Grizzly Stadium, beginning on Saturday. Beer and wine only. But it's a step. It's never happened before. In fact, I think the only time... Was it for a WWE or WWF or one of those fake wrestling things that came through Bozeman one time at the field house? They allowed beer. But I think, and do they? I think they for concerts too. I think. But anyway, you can get beer and wine now for sale. You don't have to just bring it to the tailgate at Bobcat Stadium or Washington Grizzly Stadium. Rocky Mountain College has a new athletic director by the name of Jim Clemen. Comes to Billings from Jamestown, North Dakota. He was the assistant athletic director replacing Jeff Malby, who resigned in July. Clemen, 17 years in Jamestown, played for the Jimmies as a student athlete. He's been in coaching. He's been in charge of enrollment and fundraising. He's a native of Belgrade, so he's a Montana boy, and gets to move back home. Brad Nason, who should have resigned along with Malby, because Nason, screwed up that women's basketball program last year. He should have resigned. But he was part of the hiring, saying, quote, "We are excited to welcome Jim and his family to RMC in Billings." End quote. So Rocky's got itself a new AD. All right, let's do our top rankings from 406mtsports.com. In Class AA, you've got Sentinel at number 1, West number 2, Helena ranked 3rd, followed by Glacier and Gallatin, who's 2-0. Class A, Hamilton, Laurel, Billings Central, Whitefish, and Polson, you're number 1 through 5. Class B, a little bit of shakeup, because last week's number 1 got hammered, and defending champs. So Florence Carlton is now number 1, Fairfield 2, Townsend moves up 1 to 3, Columbus jumps up 5 spots to number 4, Big Fork at 5, Eureka 6, Three Forks up 3 spots to 7 after starting 2-0, Malta's up 3 to 8th, Jefferson cracks the poll at 9, and Manhattan drops 9 spots to number 10. In 8-man, Drummond Phillipsburg, Fort Benton, Joliet, Scobie, Thompson Falls, your top 5. Followed by Culbertson, Alberton, Superior, Belt, Sheridan, and St. Ignatius. 6-man, Freud Lake, White Sulphur Springs, Hot Springs, Power Dutton Brady, Broadview Lavina, and then Bridger, Ritchie Lambert, Shields Valley, Denton Geyser, Stanford, Grass Range, Winnett at number 9, and then Savage is number 10. That is your polls based off of 406mtsports.com. A couple other things. What else did we want to get to? I saw, where's it at? I think that's it. Oh, St. Lebray canceled football because of lack of numbers. So there was that. Did see that today too. So that's unfortunate for kids. So their 8-man season is done. Fromberg is going to be with Joliet and co-oping with Joliet in 8-man instead of playing in 6-man. And Hayes Lodgepole, which has postponed its first 2 games, is hoping for a season. But if the numbers don't improve by Friday, the season would be canceled. That was last week, and now there are 12 kids out for the T-Birds. And they'll see if football goes on. So, tough news there. But that is the walk-off. It is brought to you by Cafe Zydeco, where the Big Easy meets the Big Sky. We'll do it again tomorrow. Thanks to Kaylee Chartier for coming in the Major Mortgage Man Cave and joining us, the National Silver Gloves champion, boxing. Kyle Mihelish joining us. Tomorrow we'll talk to Helen High Coach Scott Evans and much more on a Wednesday. If you missed anything, go to jasonwalkershow.com. You can weigh in anytime at JWalkerSports. You can email us, text, call as well. Do it again tomorrow at 4 o'clock. Got fantasy football tonight. Who should I take number 1? Tweet me. We'll see you tomorrow.
The Jason Walker Show is produced by the Jason Walker Media Company. Any reuse, rebroadcast, or retransmission without the express written consent of the Jason Walker Show is strictly prohibited. Just listen, watch, and enjoy.